Hello, my name is Milan Sharma, and I'm going to show you a so-called news site that is uh, trashing people like Dr. Cornel West and Jill Stein for Trump winning the election. And this tactic is used to scapegoat basically minor parties for Trump winning the presidency. So this is an article from the Daily Banter, and if you probably don't know what that is. It's in news and opinion site founded by Ben Cohen, who writes a daily political column. So it's basically a political columnist website, and it's so-called news, but really it's not really news, basically. So again, this is under the politics section. It's titled "Progressive Cornel West Takes a Victory Lap After Helping Elect Donald Trump." So he they're saying that he's so gleeful that Hillary lost because he's downplaying Trump's planned white nationalist government as just another ugly moment. So this is written by Justin Rosario. So let's start by reading his. I'll put it up on the screen for you right now. His column. So there are three groups of people that are pushing the laughably false narrative that Trump was elected by white people suffering from economic anxiety. Now, first of all, I'm going to totally that's totally not true, because there are millions and millions of people okay, so 5 million people lost their jobs due to NAFTA. 5 million manufacturing jobs gone, just like that. And recently, Chuck Schumer said that the Democratic Party shouldn't focus on blue-collar voters, but should focus on Republican suburban voters to win. So when I see that, all of a sudden I believe the Democratic Party is supposed to go after blue-collar voters, working-class Americans, not Republicans. So first of all, that's totally false. And second, there are millions of people that are struggling in this country right now. Corporate America is funding both the Republican Party and Democratic Party, which I will explain in my later. So let's move along. Next, number one, Republicans because it allows them to pretend they have not become the party of authoritarian white nationalism. So he's just basically spitting out stuff. Number two, the liberal media, because it allows them to avoid discussing the fact that the GOP has become the party of. Okay. So first of all, when they say the liberal media, first of all, the liberal media is not liberal, because if it was liberal, then Bernie Sanders would have won the election. The so-called it's the corporate media. It's called the corporate media because they devote their attention on showing positive coverage of Hillary Clinton. And that positive coverage was shown greatly. Time Warner owned CNN. Time Warner was the top 10 donor of Hillary Clinton, 9th most donor to Hillary Clinton. The media gave over $6 billion in free advertising for Donald Trump. They discussed Trump's tweets for hours on CNN. So, I mean, it's unbelievable. So the media is not liberal. It's corporate, and they try to make profits on whatever they want. If it was liberal, Bernie Sanders would have gotten the majority, but he didn't. So, again, Trump got like 23 times the amount of coverage that Bernie Sanders got. So it's a huge difference. Next, the anti-Hillary far left, because they're effing a-holes. So, again, he's just dismissing. He's not even using discrete, intelligent arguments to back his claims that the left anti-Hillary Democrats, and first of all, those anti-Hillary Democrats are the actual progressives, because Hillary Clinton does not represent a progressive policy. Her vice president was Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine, who voted for fast track of TPP, who wrote an open letter to deregulate banks. Okay, if that's not Republican, then tell me what isn't, because I don't know what is Democrat anymore, if that's considered a progressive policy. Next, you look at here, transition team leader, Ken Salazar, pro-fracking, pro-TPP. Again, those white working class workers aren't going to vote for that if they're for TPP. One study showed that it would result in the loss of 400,000 jobs. 400,000. It would increase the trade deficit, and it would decrease U.S. wages, according to EPI.org. So, again, I can go on and on. I'll show you one more. Hillary Clinton's foreign policy is atrocious. Neoconservatives wrote an open letter to her, favoring her over Donald Trump on foreign policy. Neoconservatives favor her, over 50 of them, about 50. Even Robert Kagan, a neoconservative, did a fundraiser for Hillary Clinton, who's supposed to be Democrat. I mean, this is just unbelievable. So again, that's why there's anti-Hillary Democrats, because she doesn't represent the Democratic Party, in my view, and in many other people's view. So, for example, of this third group, look no further than Cornel West, a vowed foe of all things the big D, Democratic enabler of Trump. Again, they're blaming Cornel West on voting for Jill Stein, who is a real progressive. West is one of those insipid, both parties are the same types that just happily cut off their nose in spite of their face. So he's making fun of the fact that Cornel West says that both parties are about the same. And many people believe that they're not the same at all. They're totally different, but that's not true. All right, I'll give you a few examples here. Now, many people thought the Democrats were against the Iraq War. Most of the Democrats. But again, when Obama became president, they were for the Libyan intervention. They didn't say anything about that. They didn't say anything about the Obama did not get any criticism for leaving between 7,000 to 8,000 troops in Afghanistan. He didn't get any criticism for that. He didn't get any criticism for bombing 7 countries, bombing 7 Muslim countries in the world. He gets no criticism for that whatsoever from Democrats. He's bombing more countries than George W. Bush. And this guy won the freaking Nobel Peace Prize award? Are you kidding me? I mean, both parties are funded by the oil industries. Both parties are funded by the big pharma. How do you know this? When these people say, oh, well, Obamacare. First of all, Obama didn't put the public option in Obamacare for a reason, because the big pharmaceutical companies were against it. Obamacare just gave tons of money to these big pharma giants, and they could pull out whenever they wanted. Aetna's going to pull out of Obamacare in 11 out of 15 states next year in 2017. So, and again, Obama made Bush tax cuts permanent. Obama deported the most immigrants ever. Wait, I thought Democrats weren't supposed to deport. I thought they were for pro-immigration reform, right? Wrong. This is unbelievable. So, again, he says here that the Republicans want to make abortion illegal. I agree with that. They do want to make it illegal. And Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, and Social Security. Now, first of all, Bill Clinton actually gutted welfare, okay? And so it's just food stamps. So he gutted welfare. After vetoing it a couple times, he signed a Republican bill to gut welfare. So remember that. Obama in 2009 proposed a bill, luckily didn't pass, to cut Social Security and Medicare. Many people forget about that. So these things, people always focus on Republicans, but Democrats have done these things as well. And So let's see. Obama and Democrats are just like them according to West, which is true. Unsurprisingly, West endorsed the pro-Trump Jill Stein and over lifelong liberal Hillary Clinton. So he's saying here that, so first of all, pro-Trump Jill Stein, where's the evidence? Let's read. Let's see if he gives any evidence. He, of course, believes the dual fairy tales that Bernie would have beat Trump. Okay, so first of all, there's no backup. So how is Jill Stein pro-Trump? Trump's for building a wall. Jill Stein's not. Jill Stein's for universal health care. Jill Stein's for free college tuition for Americans. Jill Stein is for a foreign policy that is based on international law and peace and human rights. Jill Stein was the only presidential candidate that went to North Dakota to protest the pipeline. She's the only one, and that's progressive, along with Bernie Sanders, who conceded before then. So the fact that she's not progressive, she's more liberal than Hillary Clinton's not a liberal. She's basically a Republican that's pro-choice and pro-gay marriage. Many people will laugh at me and say, how is that true? How is that true? But it is true. If you look at her policies, she wants to expand the Middle East. She wants a no-fly zone in the Middle East that any Republicans want. She will cut taxes for the 1%, most likely. So all these things just come back and forth. So again, this article goes on, and I'm going to end it there. I'll have the link to this article in the description section below. Please follow me on Twitter, subscribe to my channel, support me by just doing that, sharing this video, getting the word out that Hillary Clinton is not a Democrat, and she lost the election not only by being a horribly flawed candidate, by violating the Freedom of Information Act, by burning documents, telling her aide Huma Abedin to burn documents. Not only that, but she violated the Espionage Act when she violated the America's national security by putting top military and secret information on an unencrypted private server that one federal official said was most likely hacked by China, Russia, and Iran. So she is a criminal. Not because of Benghazi, which has been propagandized by the Republican media, but by those reasons. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good day.